Hello everyone, welcome back. This is a brand new Let's Play on my channel. This is Sherlock Holmes Crimes and Punishments. I know it's an old enough game, but it is one that I've never brought to the channel. It was free on Games with Gold not so long ago, so I thought I might as well bring it to you. That's the Sherlock there, I'm guessing. He's a fucking weirdo. I've never watched the shows. I really have to, actually. I might actually watch it mid
Holmes, will you stop that?
Playing through this game.
You are utterly mad.
He's a fucking strange fella, alright.
Stop, Holmes.
Is that you, Watson?
Yes, of course it is. And you almost killed me.
Nonsense. I was aiming for the vases.
Blindfolded?
Watson, quiet please. I'm trying to concentrate. Ah, Lestrade. What is it this time?
He can see me. Well, here it is, and it's a good one, Mr. Holmes. A gentleman by the name of Peter Carey, also known as Black Peter, has been murdered.
A sailor, most probably.
What happened here?
Oh, Mr. Holmes, how could you?
It's the only exercise I've had all week. A grateful client from Limoges sent me a vase collection this morning. I couldn't think of a better use for it.
You're out of your mind.
I missed 4 out of 10.
Given you were blindfolded, that was very good. Can I have a try?
Am I the only sane one here?
I suppose that Watson is right, Inspector. A little brain work would be preferable now. Do please tell us more about Black Peter.
Peter Carey, born in 1845 and 50 years old. An ambitious sort, he achieved much success in seal and whale hunting around Scandinavia. Retired in 1884 with a small fortune. He invested his money in a property called Woodman's Lee, near Forest Row in Sussex. It was where he lived for 6 years, and where he was found dead yesterday.
Has the investigation already begun?
Yes and no. In fact, this crime is so mysterious that I would prefer you to join me down there.
Give me half an hour to prepare, Inspector.
Take your time and join me there. I have to go through the yard first. The Merry Men struck again.
What have they done this time?
They robbed a powder reserve. I'll meet you at Woodman's Lee, Mr. Holmes.
I should help Mrs. Hudson here. I also have several appointments that I must keep this afternoon.
I shall go alone then.
Alright. Open the casebook. We're going to be going to Woodman's Lee. Our task is to investigate the murder of Peter Carey. Okay, inspect the crime scene at Woodman's Lee. Select a suit to wear using your personal wardrobe and join Lestrade at Woodman's Lee. Pretty cool. Alright, so I think we can actually fast travel from our casebook, which is quite cool. I didn't actually know that was a feature. I thought you always had to go to the door. I've only ever played through half of this first case, so I do know a few of the clues, but I do not know much, really. I haven't actually fully understood how to work the game yet, so it's still kind of fresh. But I hope you guys are going to enjoy this, and make sure to hit that like button if you do enjoy it, and also subscribe if you're new to the channel. Alright, so let's see, what are we going to wear? A light suit. It's pretty cool. It's pretty slick. Okay, wait, I think there's a first person view. Yes, there is. Okay. I don't know which one I'd prefer. I think I like first person. It makes the game pop a little bit better. Like, the graphics are actually pretty good. It's just the character models that are a slight bit less of what I expected. But it's still fucking cool. I really like the graphics.
Mr. Holmes, I'm over here. Come on.
That was actually such a creepy fucking intro into Woodman's Lee. Jesus, the music, and then him, Mr. Holmes, I'm over here. Alright, this is Lestrade, and I don't know who this is. This is obviously the wife. The wife. Couldn't have picked a better phrasing.
Inspector Lestrade, when will you remove my husband's body? It's sacrilegious to leave him here like this.
As soon as we can, Mrs. Carey, I assure you. Allow me to introduce you to Mr. Sherlock Holmes. He's a detective. No doubt you've heard of him. I'll wait for you in front of the cabin, Mr. Holmes.
My condolences, Mrs. Carey.
Thank you, Mr. Holmes.
Madam, can you tell me if you saw or heard anything unusual upon the night of the murder?
At 2 o'clock in the morning, I heard a terrible scream. But I thought nothing of it then. He would scream all the time when he was drunk.
Okay, so this is like zooming in. We get to see all the features, so we kind of get a better picture of what this person does, what they've been doing. I like how it's supposed to be kind of like frozen time. Yeah, there's water running in the background. Okay, so she's a Catholic. She has a cameo thingamajiggy, crested tit on her purse and gardening gloves. And there's one more thing. I thought it would have been the gardening tools. Oh. Okay, the birdhouse.
Can you please tell me what occurred on the evening of the murder?
Well, Peter got drunk in the evening. He was in such a terrible temper. Usually whenever that happened, he'd stay all night drinking in his cabin before passing out.
Sounds like a great husband. Okay, I didn't mean to press that. I actually take it back. The character models are actually pretty fucking good.
Thank you, madam.
Mr. Holmes' voice is so bass-filled, isn't it? It's like, thank you, madam. Alright. So, I kind of like the ability to run when I'm in third person, but it's annoying having to switch over. Okay, what's this? Land around stone pathway, footprints, and we can examine it. Cool.
These footprints appear to be quite large.
Do they? I bet it was the policeman doing his work. Alright, let's try it.
Peter
What's up?
Carey's body is inside the cabin. We took care not to touch anything.
Good stuff. Let me open it.
The door is locked.
Wait just a moment, Mr. Holmes, and I'll open it. I locked it yesterday to ensure that no one should enter the cabin and tamper with the evidence.
Ah, good thinking.
Hello, hello, hello.
What is it, Lestrade?
It seems to me that someone has tried to force it, Mr. Holmes.
Let me see.
Alright, let's try it and do it ourselves. Yeah, it does look like there's a load of scratches around it. It's obvious even without the vision. Door. Door lock. Scratches.
These scratches are fresh.
I figured all this out before him. I'm smarter.
You're right. Someone tried to force open the door.
I swear these scratches were not here yesterday.
Our mysterious visitor came here last night.
Well, he's not the man for the job. This lock is not a difficult one.
Perhaps he did not have the right tool.
Yeah, he's probably young and inexperienced. If you were smarter and if you knew what you were doing, you'd obviously bring the right thing. And holy shit.
What a terrible way to die.
Yeah, that's not nice. Wow. Okay, examine table.
Someone
We got ourselves
drank
dirty
from this
glass.
glass recently.
So true. Tobacco pouch. PC.
The initials PC have been crudely burned. A sailor's work.
Nothing really special about it.
This aroma is familiar, but to recognize it, I must construct my associations in one picture.
Okay, so this is basically where I left off. And, reason why is because this is hard as shit. I couldn't actually figure out how to do it. So I'm going to skip forward, and I'll get to the part where I'm past in the last playthrough. So I'll see you guys in a couple of seconds. Okay, almost got it. Okay, we can skip it. Good stuff. Okay. Yes, I really want to skip it.
Yes. This is a coarse tobacco, quite strong and very popular among sailors.
Cool. Alright, so we know for sure that PC is a sailor.
Rum. A sailor's drink.
Yeah,
it
that's...
seemed that Captain Carey was enjoying a drink before he met his death.
Obviously someone who he used to sail with, or he knew from a different crew. Actually, yeah, Peter Carey's the name. That's his tobacco, fuck.
Peter Carey was impaled to the wall by a whaling harpoon. The weapon fully penetrated the body. The force of the blow was immense. Peter Carey was fully dressed. He was not caught by surprise. It is possible that he knew his murderer. This man is in his 50s, yet he still looks quite strong.
Anything else? A pool of blood? A notepad and a knife. Let's see the sea knife first.
This wooden handle is plain and solid. This blood is from the pool underneath the dead body. Peter Carey tried to defend himself with this knife, but he did not succeed.
Notebook, let's have a look.
JHN are probably the initials of the owner of this notebook.
Anything inside it? Can we open it, or... are we just doomed to guess what it is? Oh wait, blood.
The pattern of the blood stain indicates that the notebook was not lying on the floor prior to the crime, but it was dropped into the pool of blood after the death of Peter Carey.
Okay, how the fuck would you understand? How would you know? Okay, a load of abbreviations here.
These
ISM,
abbreviations
TY.
mean something, but what?
These are maybe all the sailors? The ports that... and their locations on the map? I don't know. Okay, so this is using our evidence and combining it to make a clue. Okay. Or our clues are clues to come to a conclusion.
Someone was here yesterday. They attempted to force the door to gain entry.
They sure did, Bob.
The Sea Unicorn. She was the ship that Peter Carey commanded.
Anything else here? I'm sure there is plenty more to investigate. Now, obviously, this is quite slow. If you guys don't like this kind of gameplay, then I'd highly advise not watching the rest of it. But I really like it. Anything interesting? Peter Carey's boots. We'll have to test it on the footprints.
They look to be a size 8.
Yes, you're probably right. Okay, there looks like there's a harpoon missing off the wall.
The weapon was probably taken from this rack. The ship's logs of the Sea Unicorn for the years 1878 to 1884. Peter Carey was her captain. The ship's logs of the...
Don't copy me. Alright, there's a map. Anything good here? A shelf. Suspiciously empty space. Anything good? Do we have to... oh, outline in the dust. I wonder what was here. Obviously it's a box or a book or something. Something with weight.
This place is not covered with dust, like the rest of the shelf. An object was taken from here. It was larger than a book. A box or a small chest, perhaps.
How does he know this shit? How does he do it? Okay. We can make objects appear and disappear with our imagination. Alright, let's have a look at this map. Alright, so this is from Hammerfest down to, it looks like Edinburgh. Dundee.
Dundee. It's
Close
a
enough.
whaling map.
FYI, I was born in Edinburgh. Fact of the day with Maximus Primus. Okay, nothing else? Are we all good? Is that it? It looks like object of interest there, but we can't actually do anything with it. So we'll talk to Lestrade.
It seems that the garden was well maintained.
Okay, so they have a gardener. I'll just check out these boots before I actually talk to Lestrade. These look like they fit perfectly. What do I do?
These
Okay, they're
boots
off.
Don't match the footprints.
They look very close, so I'm guessing that's like a 9. Size 9.5, maybe?
Well, Mr. Holmes, what do you think?
I think that we are lucky
And why is that?
because of last night's attempted break-in.
Oof, you've lost me.
It is very probable that whoever came here hoped to find the door open. They tried to force it with a knife blade, but they failed. What will they do? Why, return tonight, when they will be better prepared.
Aha! So what do you propose?
We shall remain on the outside, near the window, where we stand the best chance of catching sight of our visitor. Well, gentlemen, ready your pistols. We have a long night ahead of us.
Alright, let's go. Let's hide in the bushes. Woodman's Lee. Okay, what am I doing? Organize an ambush with the straw. We just did that. Okay, walk up garden Ireland. The dust tobacco pouch. Just want to have a little look at this. Judith is from the country, somewhat near the ancient pinewoods of Inverness and Skepth in Scotland. She's religious and undertook at Sames J pilgrimage to the Cathedral of Santiago de blah blah blah. Alright, so it gives us a little bit more backstory if you really, really want to know. But all I want to do is solve cases. I'm Jake Peralta.
This looks like the perfect hiding place.
Alright. Let's just await this fool. Alright, I was an idiot. Forgot to press A. We could have started this a little while ago.
Shh! Did you hear that?
Brought the right tool this time.
I'm gonna collar him.
Fine,
I'll
just
be right behind you.
stop interrupting me.
Police! Hold it right there!
Get this little fucker. Where is he? Shoot the cunt.
All right, my fine fellow. Who are you and what are you doing here?
You're detectives, I suppose. You imagine that I'm connected with the death of Captain Carey. I assure you I'm innocent.
Innocent? Then what are you doing in his cabin?
Shall I tell you? You came to retrieve what you had lost after killing Peter Carey, but we were here waiting for you.
What is your name?
John Hopley Nelligan, but I didn't...
Do you deny that you came here yesterday?
No, but yes, it's just that I couldn't...
I'm tired of this. Off we go to the yard. Tomorrow, I'll see that you're put in front of the judge.
What? But you can't! I'm not... It's a terrible mistake!
Enough. You can explain all of that to the judge. You're coming with me to the yard.
But...
In light of recent events, it seems evident that your coming here was unnecessary. All the same, I'm very grateful to you, Mr. Holmes.
You are welcome, Inspector, but please don't be too hard on our young fellow. I would like to question him tomorrow morning.
Alright, so we're here at the Scotland Yard.
Good morning, Mr. Holmes. Can I help you?
Good morning, Constable. I would like to speak to the fellow who was arrested at Woodman's Lee last night.
Ah, the young man. He's waiting in the interrogation room. You can go straight through. His belongings are held in the evidence room.
Thank you.
Alright, we'll go to the evidence room first. I think it's this yoke, yep. Nelligan's
These are the
belongings.
suspect's belongings.
I know. Don't copy me. Okay, there's a ring. Some engravings on the inside.
And partner.
Friend and
1883.
partner. You forgot friend. There we go. To my friend.
From R. Dawson. To my friend, Dawson. I've seen this name before. Perhaps my archive holds the answer.
Okay. We'll probably have to go back to his place, check it all out.
The notebook that we found on Peter Carey's cabin floor. These abbreviations
required.
mean something. A handkerchief with the initials JHN. A pocket knife. It was used to force the door of Peter Carey's cabin.
Alright, let's just go and interrogate John Nelligan. Where's the bastard? Is that him? No, it's not. He must be on the room. What's the crack, lad?
Does this notebook belong to you?
Yes. But where did you find it? I did not know... I thought I'd lost it at the hotel.
What do these abbreviations mean?
Oh, no. I beg you, I can't. If I told you, it would only make things worse.
But I will find out eventually, Mr. Nelligan. The sea knife was found near Carey's body. Tell me, Mr. Nelligan, did Mr. Carey try to defend himself or to attack you with it?
I don't know. I didn't kill anyone.
The police seized this valuable ring from you. Whose is it?
I didn't steal it from anyone. It has always belonged to me.
The ring's date of engraving is many years ago. You would have been a child then, hardly in any position to receive such an item from a partner.
Alright, another profiling. This is actually pretty cool. Shabby cap. There's actually quite a few clues we have to pick up on here. Patches. Yeah, a patch. Terrible mustache. Probably should be one. Expensive fabric. Okay, so the jacket's more than likely either his, but from a long time ago. Elaborate buttons. Maybe he's come on hard times. He has no money. Or it could be his father's. Okay, short sleeves. It definitely wasn't his. Callous scars and looks like thin. Okay, yeah, thin neck. That's the one. I did. I always do that. I didn't mean to. I actually meant to press the ring.
So, Mr. Nelligan, who is the true owner of the ring?
The ring is mine.
No, Mr. Nelligan. I believe that the ring had belonged to your father.
Oh, but how do you know?
The jacket you are wearing is made of an expensive fabric that only a man of exceptional wealth could afford. You do not seem to me to be a rich man, Mr. Nelligan. Furthermore, the garment is ill-fitting. It is quite clear that it belonged to someone else, most probably your father. With your father gone and taking with him the family's wealth, as a little boy you had to find yourself a manual job, and it was most probably cleaning fish. You cut your hands often while working. I can tell from the scars.
I'm speechless, Mr. Holmes. It all happened exactly as you say.
Well, I will see you soon, young man.
Please, let me go.
Imagine in my head, Sherlock just turned around, held up his hand, and just said, "Shut up," and walked out of the room. Alright, Nelligan's notebook and breaking attempts. There we go. So this is our conclusions. Retrieving the notebook. The breaking attempts were made in order to retrieve the notebook. Okay, I don't think there's anything else there that we can use. Oh wait. Swift actions and pin to the wall. Okay, what's this one? Experiment required. We need to find out whether the unskilled or untrained man could pin. Then we get to the wall, basically.
Reconstruction. I'm sure that Watson would be happy to oblige.
Okay, so prepare for harpoon throwing experiment. Okay, I like this. This is gonna be good. I probably need the harpoon from Woodman's Lee, so I'm gonna go back there now and get that. Alright, so I got the harpoon. We'll talk to Watson. If we could talk to Watson. I don't know what's happening.
A spot of whaling, Watson. Would you care to take part?
Are you serious?
No. But we do need to clarify what happened on the night of Black Peter's murder.
A reenactment, then? Is something bothering you?
The sailor's knife, Watson. Why was it on the floor?
Peter Carey attempted to defend himself?
It is possible. But if that is the case, then it alters many things.
I don't quite follow you.
Tell me, my friend, what is the animal closest to man, morphologically, I mean?
Ah, I see what you're getting at, Holmes. You asked me that once before. On the Ripper case, I believe. Do you want to slit some more pigs' throats?
No.
Thank goodness for that.
I wish to impale one with a harpoon.
Wonderful.
Watson, let us pay a visit to our butcher friend in Whitechapel. We require the carcass of a well-fed pig.
And the harpoon?
One of the harpoons on the wall of Black Peter's cabin should do quite nicely.
Already got it. Let's go. We have a dog. Alright, let's go to Whitechapel Butcher. I'll see you guys there. Alright, we're here at Whitechapel Butcher.
Well, here we are in the preparation room. I can't say that I like the smell of it much. What do you intend to do?
To indulge myself in a little experiment. The challenge of lancing a pig's carcass with a heavy harpoon.
A little experiment?
Stand aside, Watson. This might be dangerous. I am not well practiced in this exercise. Yet.
The humor from this.
Holmes, you should aim for the mark in order to perform the most reliable test.
Okay. Hold breath. Let's give it a go. That was
Holmes, you should try
god awful. Let's give it a go up here and skadoosh.
The harpoon has struck the body, but with insufficient strength to pierce it straight through.
I was just gonna say it hit the mark, definitely, but obviously we need to practice a little bit more to get more strength, because that was almost bang on the center. A little bit more now. Okay, so obviously this needs training.
The harpoon has struck.
It's not really a matter of luck. There we go.
This is the best possible result that I could get. Do you see, Watson? Throwing a harpoon and pinning a man to a wall requires either exceptional strength and training or diabolical luck.
If it was luck, then it was a chance in 1,000 that night.
Well, yes. Let us leave now.
All right. But before we go, I suppose I'll have to pay for all these carcasses you've happily mangled.
Very well, but please hurry.
Of course.
Okay, so what I was going to say there was, yeah, I can't believe that his wife didn't actually fucking hear him scream in the middle of the night. Alright, so it's definitely a feat of strength. That is 100%. Because the whole luck thing, I doubt that John could do it. He's only small, like he's very lean. I doubt he had the strength to actually, pull it off, even with the incredible luck. Okay, so John Elgin seems not to be the usual suspect. Baker Street, where should I go? I'm gonna go back to Baker Street anyway. I'm not sure if it is the right place to go to. Just have another look at this. It requires much greater strength. Retrieving the notebook. Can't connect those two, and I have no more clues, so I'm kind of fresh out of ideas now. I might have to go back to the actual murder location and then actually maybe scoop out a little bit more information. Like maybe the ship logs, they might have something to do with it. I don't know. Actually, you know what? Yeah, back at Baker Street, yes. If we go to the archives, remember we had the ring Dawson was one of the things that we had to look up.
Good gracious, you caught someone. At least now you have a suspect.
Thank you.
Brave Toby. The best nose in the British Empire.
Okay, no. No. Blah. Blah. No, thank you. Alright, it's actually really highly detailed, this world. It reminds me a little bit of... What's that game that came out not so long ago? I can't fucking think of it. Basically, Walking Simulator 2016. Alright, so... Dawson. I don't think I'm in the right area. Marks and symbols,
That
maybe?
is not the one I need.
Yeah. Religious symbols?
That is not-
Divine Syndicate?
That is not the one I need. That is not the one I need.
Ah, okay. Newspapers. There we go.
That is not...
Oh, there it is. Dawson and Nelligan. The Dawson and Nelligan Investment Fund, a regional banking institution based in Cornwall, has declared bankruptcy as a result of heavy losses in its lean portfolio and has accordingly been assigned for liquidation.
Here it is.
Cool.
Now I begin to understand that young man's story, but I am still unclear as to what connects him with the murder. It is time to ask him.
Alrighty, Roo. Okay, at least we have that document now. We can head on over to Scotland Yard and we can question them really quick before we wrap this video up today. It's actually quite lengthy, but I hope you enjoyed. Really, really liking Sherlock Holmes game. The actual Devil's Daughter released, I think it was last month or the month before, and it looked really, really cool. I might pick it up after this. Or next year it might be free with Games with Gold, I don't know. I'll be happy either way. Alright, so we have arrived, I think. There we go. Exceptional load times. No, they're really bad. Okay, do we have to go back in the interrogation room? Yep, we do. You're the one. Arrest this man. Dawson and Nelligan. Tell me, boy.
I have heard the story of Dawson and Nelligan, the West Country bankers.
Yes, Joshua Nelligan was my father.
I am aware that it had a bad ending. When the bank failed, it ruined half the families of Cornwall, whereupon Joshua Nelligan disappeared.
My father was under extraordinary pressure. Dawson had retired. I was only 10 years of age at the time, but it was still old enough to feel the shame that befell our family. My father was convinced that he could pay off all his debts if the creditors gave him time. He set sail for Hammerfest in Norway in his small yacht, just a few days before an arrest warrant was issued. He left my mother a list of the securities he was taking. No word was ever heard from him again. We believe that his vessel went down, taking with it everyone and everything on board.
Thank you for the story, Mr. Nelligan. At last, we are making some progress. Interesting. Joshua Nelligan and Peter Carey were both at sea in Norway. There is definitely some connection between Peter Carey and Joshua Nelligan's disappearance.
Was literally gonna say that. Okay, now we can examine the ship logs and we can check out some more information about Joshua Nelligan. Anyway guys, I'm gonna leave this part here. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to hit that like button and subscribe if you're new to the channel. Anyway, till then, take care and goodbye.